Hey, how's it going, everybody? Day 2 of looking for the best base locations on Ark Lost Colony. Well, technically day 1.5. We covered a little bit of that and tamed a bunch of stuff in the last one, but today we're getting straight down to brass tacks. We're getting down to business. We are taking care of the bison menace on the plains. Right now, we are currently here on the map, and this is actually a really good starter base location. Right here in the middle of the crotch. This one right here actually has served me well. So, I mean, I am throwing a shout out for that. And this is the way we're actually doing this video is we're going through and we're actually covering a whole bunch of different ones. Basically, today it's Phlinger, the real estate agent. You're welcome. All right, so starting off on our list, this one right here, if you're looking for a way of staying alive on the middle of the tundra and you find yourself in this location, I mean, face it, there's this statue that is leaned down, you know, praying with a sword. This is a amazing starting base location because inside this crotch, you are safe. I mean, things can come up, they can try to hit you. But yeah, I mean, it's really good. And I ended up building a wall around it like this, so where, I mean, it protected me so far. So far, the only thing that has left the wall is a rampaging, yeah, bear. A rampaging bear. Polar bear. Yeah, that's it. And that's only because he aggroed on me. If you just stand here and you don't do anything, they will not aggro on you normally. And even if it's a bear or something like that, as long as they don't see you, they're not going to aggro on you, and they're just going to die on the spike wall. Matter of fact, I've only had to repair, I think, one of these, and that's because, oh no, that one's needed to be repaired. Yeah, normally, you don't really even need to repair these things. Yeah, see, these ones over here, these ones have taken out quite a few. These ones right here, I believe, yeah, that's where the polar bear left, right there. And then it went over here, and then it actually ate my, my T-Rex I had right here. And I couldn't whistle defend because spikes. Yeah, which means this is actually not the best spot. But, you know, we're going to go out and we're going to go take a look at a few spots. There's a couple spots I want to take a look at in the starting areas. I definitely want to take a look at these over here. I want to take a look at this up here. I also want to take a look at this section up here. That looks really good as well. There's also a couple spots that are right up here that are really good. They're very centrally located. Also, we're going to head over to this way. And then also, we're going to head up this side to the side of the city because, I mean, there's actually some really good spots up there. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Right now, we are going to be heading down to these little sulfur springs, or the hot springs down there. Go and take a look exactly what all there is. Also, this spot right here where you're at in the crotch, it's got three outpost locations that generally spawn next to it. This right here is usually a medium or a large. That one is a large. Also, there's another one over there, which is usually a small. And then there's another one over there, which is usually small. But also, there's another one over there, but me building here cut that spawn off. It's usually right over around there. So, yeah. Really good spots. None of them are named, so you can freely fly over them. The named ones are the ones you have to worry about if you're worried about it. Do not fly over the named ones. Yeah, especially within like 100 meters of it. Just don't do that. It's bad juju. Bad things will happen. Okay, now here's the first one of the sulfur springs or the hot springs that we got to. Now, if you're looking for a spot that is... Oh, hello. 30, never mind. All right, but yeah, if you're looking for a spot that has very little snow on it, these are kind of what you want because no snow grows around these hot springs, and no snow sticks around the hot springs. So if you're looking for a spot that has no snow on it, then this is a really good spot. Also, this is also a really good spot for frogs, crystal, and obsidian. Not so great for metal, but also it has sulfur as well. And you can get a very varied mix of dinosaurs. Yeah, like right there. There's Giga Chicken. There's also a couple frogs hanging out around here. That's a good Giga Chicken, too. All right, so, yeah, let's go take a look at the next one. Also, these ones right here, I believe you can get baryonyxes. I know they moved the baryonyx spawn to a different spawn. So, Granted, there may not be a super huge amount of them around here, but yeah, these are really good spots. For the availability of resources around here, I would say it probably falls around to 6. Because, yeah, it does have some rare resources. It does have silica pearls. It does have sulfur, obsidian, and, access to frogs, some bugs, stuff like that. But the metal is not as great. And then also you don't have a really close access to polymer. But, you will have to travel a little bit to get some polymer. But, honestly, I think the closest one is over that way. Yeah, right over there. So it's a little bit of a drive, but, it's good. So I would say about a 6.5 out of 10 for availability of resources. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, now this next one is a little bit better, actually. This is the one that's further south. This one right here actually has the mushrooms in it, which is kind of good. Also, it does suffer pretty much the same. This one has dung beetles, just like the last one. The other one didn't have any dung beetles active in it, but they do spawn there. So, yeah. But, yeah, these mushrooms... All right, also, as this little side note, as I was passing over, this spot right here, if you want to be left alone to your own devices, or if you're just starting, this spot right here is actually a pretty decent beginning starting area. Yeah, you can come up here. There's only one way to get to it, through that bit right there, so you can block it off very easily. And you can come up here and you can actually start your gameplay way up here and kind of just be left alone to your own devices until you're ready to head further on in. And this is located right there. Once again, I would say the resources, well, they're Tundra resources, so they're here, but they're all scattered about. You have to really go looking. No really rich nodes or anything like that. There is metal. It's kind of hidden. It's the small nodes, but once you're living out there, you will actually find out where they're all at. I'm not immediately seeing any right now, but I know they're here because the Tundra just has them all. Oh, there they are. There's a whole bunch right there. Well, 3, I should say, not a whole bunch. So it's here. I would rate that one about a 6. If you're a starter, if you're just beginning, I would rate that one about an 8. Maybe a little bit higher, just because it's so good. But yeah, if you block off the entrance with anything that and just leave it alone, then not even bison will go through. You can use a thatch wall. As long as you're not out there to get aggro, nobody's going to care about it. So yeah. All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, so here is the next bit of Sulfur Springs right here on the map at 95.9, 60.3. And this one right here is kind of like those ones that I previously showed you, light version. This is one of the beginning spawn spots. I believe it's listed as hard on the starting location, but there's a lot of sulfur. There's some obsidian. There is some silica pearls down in that water. Matter of fact, most of the water on Lost Colony has silica pearls in it. If you are having trouble finding any, just fly up and then look down over a water source, and trust me, you will find some. But yeah. Yeah, the availability of resources here, I would put it about a 6. But, it is a pretty decent spot. And you're kind of going to be left alone for the most part. Actually, if you wanted to, you could just build on stilts over this water, and nothing's going to mess with you for any reason. And, yeah, it's actually not that bad of an area. Plus, also, you'll have some sulfurous, something to flavor your water. A little bit of sulfur in your diet. It's fine. All right, checking out this one over here, and I would not recommend building a base over here unless if your idea is to farm up a whole bunch of the crash site that's located over there, or the breeding pits spawns right here. So if you're looking to farm the breeding pits or the named outposts, this is a great spot. Or you could build up like a secondary outpost over here, so where you could have access to a bunch of stuff. You wait for things to spawn over there, or build way back over here so it doesn't cut off that spawn, and then come over there and then just bring your army with you and then fight the breeding pits over there for some really good loot. But yeah, I would recommend not building here unless you're in a late game stage. But yeah, and this is located right here. There's a lot of mushrooms down here, so that's one thing that's going for it. And also, Molten Work spawns there as well, which means that you're right in between 2 of these things. This is definitely a late game area, and actually one that I may consider myself, just so I can farm both of these 2 late game. Alright, excuse me for a moment. You'll have to excuse me from the regularly scheduled programming because I just found a level 100 Veilwind, and I really want to get this sucker. There we go. Uh... There we go. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we've got that. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I was actually over here on this side looking at base locations. We're going to be heading down through this valley because there's actually quite a few of them down through here as well. So, yeah. Matter of fact, there's like 3 of them I want to show you really quick. Let's get back down here. All right, now perched up here above the waterfalls over to the side of the city, located right here on the map. This spot right here is more of a mid to late game base, but if you're looking for a place where you can find Ocidons, Rexes, stuff like that, also plenty of beauties and everything, and also some rather rare resources. I believe there's black pearls in these waters up here. I know I found some on a video I did. So yeah, black pearls in the waters, everything like that. Really, really good base location, and yeah. So also, I would rate the resources you can find up there probably about, I would say, an 8, maybe 8.5, because there's a lot of good stuff up there. Easy access to metal, everything like that, and I'm getting out of the way of that Managarm that decided to pick a fight with me. And then let's get up here to the next one. All right, located way down here at the bottom of the cliffs, right below the bridges leading into the city, right where the beavers spawn, actually, since right now they're currently not giving any beaver dams. This spot right here, you're just gonna be left alone. I mean, down here. Yeah, every once in a while you will have something fall off the cliffs, but say if you build on one of these islands, then you're just gonna be left alone. Yeah, it's great. The availability of resources is about a 7. The metal is here. You have to search for it a little bit, but other than that, there's plenty of resources. And yeah, I mean, there are some corrupted areas right up top where no revenants even spawn. So very, very easy. And Managarmer keeps following me around, by the way. So it's very, very easy organic polymer. Plus, also there's Kairuku down here as well. This is more of a mid-game base. So yeah, I mean, do with it as you will if you do anything with it. If not, wait until they fix the beaver dam spawn problem and then get at it. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good spot. And also there are quite a few outposts that spawn in the area. Let's get up top of this hill because the next one is way up here. All right, this next one on here is going to be this massive structure located very centrally on the map. This is actually a really, really good base location. It's down in the south in the middle, but I mean, it's pretty dang close to being in the center. I mean, you got a little bit of ways off, but you know, it's all right. Yeah, huge flat areas. There are things to spawn here, but once you build, you'll cut off the spawn spots. And then, I mean, it's just massive area right here, just completely flat, able to build in. Also, there is this section that is way up here. There is also another base spot just all by itself. This is pretty impressive. Yeah, this spot right here. And then also there's that section over there. And also getting water to this section, a lot of the higher up places, getting water to them is rather difficult. Now, how you get water to it, well, that's a problem into itself, which you'll have to solve. There's many different answers for getting water to remote base locations. But this right here actually has water right back here. You could just funnel it over there. Very, very super easy to get water right here. And once again, this one is located right here. And that Managarmer keeps coming to pick a fight. I saw him in the distance. All right, let's go over to the next one. All right, now the next one, and probably one of my favorite spots, is this spot right here on the map. Very, very centrally located, which if you're playing on single player is super important. It's got everything that a growing Ark survivor needs except for water. Once you figure out the water problem, it has everything else. There's tons of metal up in them thar hills. There's that the area beside the excuse me, Sabertooth, go away. The area beside the city I showed you earlier that has the black pearls. There's the city right there. There's the terminals up on these sides up there. Plus also there is just so much resources right over there. Organic polymer. This is located right here on the map at 60.2, 50.4. And probably one of my favorite spots on here. And also, I mean, it's in the mountains. If you're looking for good spawns, there's going to be all sorts of stuff that you just come out of your front door every once in a while, and then you just see it. Also, with the way this is structured, you could build just a gate right here to block off everything from coming to you. Just a simple gate right here. One behemoth gate, and you're done. Pretty cool. Yeah. I love this base location. Very, very good one. All right, let's go over to the next one. All right, one of the next ones I want to talk about here, and now these ones I'm not really recommending, but I do want to talk about them a little bit, is the, there's the two main bridges, that one over there and this one right here. The little base locations down below here, these can be good, but if you do build here, and I'm not saying don't build here, there's actually some pretty decent base locations just on this spot right here. Just know that things from up top do spawn and do drop down here. So yeah, you will have to compensate for that. Also, getting water here can be a little bit more difficult, but, you know, not completely out of the question. Any good Ark survivor knows exactly how to get water out of thin air on any map, really. So yeah. Yeah, do with that as you may, because these are actually pretty decent spots, but just know that if you do decide to build in these spots, things will fall out of the ceiling. Matter of fact, if you were going to build on one of these things, I would actually recommend in between the feet. That way there you've got a nice, decent building structure, and then also you've got that lip, so where if things fall off the sky, they fall all the way down, not just stopping on your base location. And let's get to the next really, really good one. There's a really nice one right here. And this is the one I built on stream. And I love this base location. And yeah, which is why I am thoroughly recommending it. This is one of the ones that you really have to fight to get water. But once you get water, especially if you're playing on a server, I mean, using the water storage stuff on a server, I mean, that stuff fills up in no time. On single player, not nearly as fast, not even close to as fast, but on a server, forget about it. I mean, you don't have to worry about it at all, and that is this spot right here. And these trees around here, while they, most of them cannot be, well, the big ones, the white ones like that, they can't be used for wood, but they can be used for sap taps. So yeah, and this is located right here on the map, and yeah, I actually have this marked as mountain base because this is the one I have on stream. And this is a really, really good base location. I love it. It's out of the way. There's a one path that leads up to it, and everything else, while it looks like it may be connected, it's not. It's on its own little cliffside with one path leading up to it. Yeah, you rarely have to worry about anything here. It is amazing. All right, another rather good base location. This right here is ease of access for resources. Oh, by the way, the last one, the ease of access for resources was like an 8.5. There's everything around that area. The one on the where I have for my stream, the one I previously showed you. Now, this right here, this one is probably about a 7.5. There's crystal. There's even caves around here. There's all sorts of stuff. This right here, actually, I would put probably about an 8. Access to chitin, everything like that, easy access. Plus also there's metal, there's obsidian, there's pearls, there's everything. This is located right here. This is actually a really, really good base location. So yeah, and then if you don't want to build on one of these cliffs, you can literally just build on pillars in the middle of this water because it's not super deep. There are capros down here though. But yeah, I mean, I have recently, in a couple of my different playthroughs, built on stilts in the middle of water. As long as you can get that capro infestation under control, you will be set. I mean, yeah, I have come to find out that if you could find big but shallow bodies of water where you can put a base on stilts in the middle of that water, it gives you a really big advantage, and that is one of those places I would recommend that you do that on, because nothing is going to swim out there and get you. As long as you're far enough from the shore to not aggro anything, then forget about it. It's, yeah, nothing's going to mess with you at all, and it's a really good base location. Also, just as an honorable mention, not really an honorable mention for one single location, but also any of these ideas that I'm throwing around, if none of them are really to your liking, which I can totally understand because everybody's opinion is different, and valid as well. So I would recommend, if you find a spot that is like this, you know, I wouldn't really recommend this base spot, but if you see it and you like it, build here. There's a lot of really good resources, nice flat spots located around this map has so many good base locations that, I mean, it's really hard to pinpoint all of them, but there's a lot of really good spots. So if you find a spot that really just resonates with you, honestly, build there. Trust me, it's a lot better than going with one that somebody online suggests. Because if you like it and it's good for you, go with it. All right. I mean, honestly. And then use videos like this where you can go, okay, I can get this resource there. There you go. And it works very well. All right, now I'm up here at the Northwest Hot Springs. These places right here, you may be able to find a couple good base locations around here. I am trying really hard to find a couple good base locations, ones that I would actually build in myself, and I just can't do it. I mean, it's a pretty dangerous spot up here. You can find all sorts of nasty things, but yeah, I mean, if you're looking for resources, forget about it. This is a pretty good spot. But yeah, if you, it's gonna take you a while to tame it. But yeah, if you want, I mean, you say you could build like this open area, or just clear cut a section and build out here. But yeah, there's not super good ones, and then there's these channels all the way through, which make traveling outside of your base, if you were to build here, a little bit challenging. So and that's just traveling. Yeah, and then just to get polymer, because there's not a lot of the Rockwell corrupted areas on this section, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. There is this lake right here. Now, this lake, if you were to build in the middle of this lake on stilts, that I would kind of recommend. That would kind of be a good base location. There's also a nice, beautiful waterfall back behind there. And yeah, I mean, that's... yeah, this is the one I would recommend. It's right here. Yeah, out of this area. Not bad. You could go over there and get your mushrooms, get all your other stuff, and just, yeah. Not bad. Not as good as a few of the other ones, but not bad. I would say the resources there, the beginning resources, it's a 10 out of 10. The other resources, the mid-game to late-game resources, about a 5 out of 10. So, yeah. All right. And there we go, and excuse the aggressive buff. I may have flown a little bit too close to the city, and they got mad at me. Yeah, all right. But anyway, that's my list, or the base locations I would recommend. There are a couple more that you may want to take a look at that I did not cover, but I will throw off the locations for them. There is this Desmondus cave. This big giant cave that goes all the way through this mountain inside of here. The upper section of it, you can actually build inside of it, which is actually a pretty good one. The location for that is at 81.9, 73.9. Go in there, take a look. Make sure that you take a ground mount, because you don't want to be flying too high up, because there are Desmondus that are attached to the roof, which is why I didn't go into it today. But yeah, that's actually a really good one as well. There is also a spot over here that, I mean, along this river has got some really, really good resources as well. So take a look at those as well, see if you like them. All right, but anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger, and take it easy, everybody. Now, yeah, I think I'm gonna, in my travels, I ended up finding quite a few different high-level dinosaurs that I think I'm gonna have to go back and tame. So, yeah. Now I know where a few of them are. Not a lot, but a few. All right, take it easy, everybody.